Hello and welcome to the first episode of Fan the Flames for 2023. Can you believe it? It's been a year of Flames already. So how did you spend that holiday season? Perhaps you were with family and friends. Perhaps you had a bit of a quiet time. Maybe you got away and you were on some sunny beach somewhere, or maybe you live where there is already sun. So I was thinking about doing an episode, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how we're starting our year. So last night I was there at 3 o'clock in the morning, sat in bed with my phone scrolling through, unable to go to sleep. And I kind of gone through this process of looking at what everybody was saying about how we should begin our year, looking at all the stuff around setting all your goals, getting everything in place, having these massive plans, get going, hit it, run, grind, push through, all of this kind of stuff. And I kind of woke up in the middle of the night going, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. And then kind of after a while of that sort of doom scrolling, I hit upon a post that talked about, starting the year how you want to start the year. What is it that you want to do? And what did you plan to do? And it reminded me that way back in November, I started thinking about what was my January going to be like. And it wasn't going to be like the Januaries that I'd had when I was employed, where, you it's a bit of a grind when you start. You got to get your engine up to speed, and there's all this pressure at the beginning of the year to do stuff to make things happen. And I said to myself, I don't want to do that. I want to ease into the year. I want to have a nice, comfortable beginning to the year. I want to look after myself and those around me. But somewhere along the line, I'd forgotten that and got caught up into, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? I'd even planned to have a project running at the end of this month, which would mean that I'd need to be doing lots of stuff. And it kind of made me sort of contemplate my own kind of thinking, really, my own thinking, my own teaching, my own learning, and go, well, okay, if I take Flames and I go, well, how do I want to feel this year? How do I want to feel about my year? How do I want to feel as I go through the year? And in order to feel that, what is it that I need to let go of? And perhaps for me, it's letting go of some of those shoulds, the shoulds that I should be doing, and just kind of step back from that and go, okay, but what do I want to do? So I get into alignment. What does my head say? What does my heart say? What does my gut say? And when I start to sit in that alignment, I start to feel a bit more comfortable with myself and start to feel like, you know what? There are things that I've got, planned to do. Like, I've got my happy planner here and I'm working through some stuff that I want to do. But what's beautiful about this, it says you can do 4 things a day. You've got 4 tasks, 4 frogs that you've got to eat, as well as your emails. And so I'm kind of pulling back a little bit and going, okay, there's some wonderful things that I want to do this year, some exciting things that I want to do. And I'll do them. I'll get round to them. But maybe I just need to take some time to plan them. And that's part of my getting in alignment, really feeling into how do I want to be for the year. And then I need to start moving, taking action on some of this stuff. So I got busy this morning and I got some of my notes out from a business planning session that I had at the end of the year. I started thinking about, I have a vision. I don't need to recreate a vision. I have a vision of what I want to do. So I can do that. And I have my goal. I've got a 3-year goal here that I did some work around with intentions. And it's like, so you've got this stuff. You've thought about this stuff. You don't need to rush into anything. You can step back and take your time. And when you do that, you start to notice that you evolve into something new, into something different. You start to show up in a different way, and you can start sharing in a different way. And so think about how you're starting your year. Think about, what are you rushing into, and do you need to rush into it? Think about how you want to feel for the year. Think about, well, what are the projects that I want to do, and how can I spread them through the year? So one of the things that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days is just planning things out. I'm not very good at planning all the time. I kind of like to just throw myself in there, which is great. I love the energy of that. I love being creative. But I also recognize that in order to make things work, in order for them to flow how I want them to flow, I need to do a bit of planning and I need to do a bit of thinking. So what's the planning and thinking that you might need to do that allows you to be you, to really evolve into the you that you want to be? And a big part of my planning for this year is my Flames community. So keep an eye out for that. Flames community will be starting by the end of this month. I'm giving myself a deadline, a kind of a deadline. No, a definite deadline. I will have a deadline. So by the end of this month, by the end of January, the Flames community will be showing up in a Facebook group near you. So it'd be great if you can come along and join that, be part of turning those sparks into roaring fires. So have a think about your year. What do you want to do? How do you want to start it? And if you need some support, you need some help, you know where I am. You can find me in all the places. Drop me a line, drop me a message, and we can have a conversation if you would like some one-to-one coaching. One of the things that I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to be taking the Flames model into my one-to-one coaching. So that's something that I'm also really excited about. So I said I'm only going to do a few things. I've got my community, I've got my one-day events, I've got my one-to-one coaching, as well as all the associate work that I do. So I think that's enough to get started with. So I wish you a wonderful year ahead. I hope it is full of all the things that you wish for and more. And remember, don't hold back. You can take your time, but don't hold back. Allow your light to shine. Allow your fire to burn and show up in the world how you want to be. This is Robert Stevenson, creative director of Fan the Flames, saying have a great day today and every day. Take care, everyone.